Yeah, thanks, Kenneth. I've been asked to make an announcement. Would the owner of a white Land Rover Discovery registration KPW 455 please fuck off? You're not illegally parked, just fuck off. The only white Land Rover Discovery you need is, I'm not a farmer, I'm driving a Land Rover, I'm a twat. Right, blue and green Land Rovers, they're fine, which I know is discrimination on the basis of colour, but it's anti my colour, so about time, right? Actually, the only other people, farmers aside, who need 400 horsepower to get around is the Anzacs. If you were a bunch of Anzacs, I'd be telling jokes like, doctor says I've got trench foot, shell shock, but who cares? That's First World War problems, right? Give it up one more time for Kenneth, he's doing a great job. I'm British, so if this was the First World War, I'd be running the show. Disastrously, like Winston Churchill. I know you guys don't like his early work. Yeah, Crushing Anzacs isn't a reference to biscuits. His later work, Crushing Hitler, is why our flag is now the internationally recognized symbol for fascism. In fact, before I came here, I assumed that quarter of your flag that's still our flag was a welcome mat. Turns out it's a lure, like on the end of the Iranian spider-tailed viper. You draw us in, then strike with a lecture on colonialism. I'm British, I know about colonialism. Didn't realise that I'd booked my ticket here on Guilt Trip Advisor. So I did grow up posh, so posh, I thought knife crime was if a maid ran off with the silver. Driverless cars were just what we had when the chauffeur quit. Mum's cigarette lighter was an actual person. We didn't view him as such. I was starved of affection. Aged 8, I was sent to boarding school, a British boarding school, a British all-boys boarding school. I was starved of affection, not cock. When I hit puberty, it was natural that I'd experiment with my peers. I called him my peers. Everyone else just called him peers. Did have a threesome. There's nothing to write home about. As I discovered when I wrote home about it. Not what Dad had in mind when he asked for a blow-by-blow account. But teachers would read our letters and they would put comments in the margin like, more detail please, flesh out here, don't neglect the third person, which I think was unfair. Like, I wouldn't forget my manners. I called him my manners, everybody else called him Mr. Manners. So these days I say I've put men behind me. One night I asked a woman which way to the gay bar. She said, go straight. A lot of men complain about having to ask a woman these days, just for permission even to kiss, but I don't mind. That's long been my signature move, often through an intermediary. Because what's the worst you can say, right? No. Or in some cases, who? So, my dad, when I told him I wanted to be a comedian, he sang me that line, from that song, don't give up your day job. The last laugh's on him, because now we all work in a gig economy. At least I'm doing actual gigs. But his greatest wish was that I grow up an Englishman. I have. It's just now it's pronounced Englishman. Sting can't sing his song anymore, right? Because people hear it and just assume, whoa, he's a paedophile. He's a regal paedophile. It's Prince Andrew, the Duke of York. Epstein's letter from Trump has just resurfaced. I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's written in the outline of a child with his signature scrawled where the pubic hair would be. And he claims it's fake. I agree, because there's no way any of their victims had pubes. I did, when I was 12, between my teeth. I used to stick them around my dick in the changing room so that I'd look more grown up. So, manners maketh man, as someone said. But got a call from my therapist, asked me is now a bad time. I said no, he hung up. Same question when I was in Foursquare. Self-scanning a box of Panadol. And Foursquare said, do you want to continue? Not really, Foursquare, hence the other 6 boxes of Panadol and litre of vodka. Approval needed. You said it, Foursquare. Wish this teenager was my dad. I also bought Aeros, because, you know, what better way when the shit hits the fan to store oxygen than trapped in mint chocolate? Didn't buy any soft drinks, because CO2 got us into this mess. 1.5 litre. 2 litres. 0.5. Sorry, I'm fantasizing.
Oh.
Does anybody know who actually makes Fanta? It's Coke. You know who they made it for originally? The Nazis. They made it for Nazi Germany, and so they put the Fanta in infanticide. I think they should have put the CO in Coke, carbon monoxide. Then at the end of a long day's genocide, all the SS could get a taste of their own medicine through a nice bottle of Choke, hopefully with their name on it. So that's my time. Thanks very much.